Alma Jasper.
Jasper. And when was you born, Alma? You were born. Somebody told me you were born in March
18th, but I don't know what year.
Well, somebody told me it was 1920. Does that sound right to you?
March 18th.
1920.
1920, is that what it is?
1920. Let's see, this is this is 2009. So that'd make you about, what, 89 years old?
Good heavens, I hope not.
Do you remember where you were born?
Judsonia, Arkansas.
Say that again, real slow.
Judsonia.
Judsonia?
Arkansas.
You know, I've never heard of that. Now tell me where that is one more time. That's south of Little Rock somewhere, right? And Little Rock was how far north of you?
No, it's north of. We live north of Little Rock.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
We went south to go to Little Rock.
There you go. All right, so it's about
60 miles south to go to Little Rock. We live 60 miles. Searcy, Arkansas.
Searcy. Now I've heard of that.
Yeah.
So you were up there around the lakes then. There were some. What lakes was it they put in down there? I think it was Cherokee Village is down that way now. It's a great big new development. I forget what they call that lake.
I don't know because I don't remember it.
Yeah, well, they only put it in about 20 years ago, so maybe you haven't seen it yet. Very good. Now, is that where you went to school? Was in Arkansas?
Judsonia, Arkansas.
Yeah. And did you graduate, or did you go to school down there? Did you have any sisters or brothers?
Yes, I had a brother.
Oh, what was his name?
Richard Frank Stein.
Richard Frank. And is he still with us, or?
No.
No, he died. And do you remember what your mom and dad's name was?
Bill Steins and Louis, and her name was Louise.
Louise Steins.
Stein, yeah.
Oh, Stein.
S-T-E-I-N.
There you go. And
German.
German.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit German, so I understand that.
Grandma and Grandpa came from Germany and brought the kids over.
Oh, do you remember what part of Germany?
No, I don't.
You don't? Yeah.
They just talked about it and they went back a couple of times to visit, but I don't remember.
Where?
Back in Germany, but that's what I was going to say. I don't remember just exactly where. I was young yet and I never paid that much attention. I just know they came from Germany and they...
Oh, I thought that was mine going off.
Yeah.
All right. So, your brother and you were raised in north central Arkansas, it sounds like.
Yeah, Judsonia.
Judsonia. I'm going to look that up on the map to see where it's
Well,
at.
it's north of Little Rock.
Yeah. Yeah. And
We
so...
went 60 miles. We went 60 miles south of Little Rock.
So did you live in town or did you live out in the country?
Out on a farm.
Out on a farm. Very good.
Yeah, we farmed
Did you?
out by Neutrina Mills.
Now I understand where Neutrina Mills is. Okay. All right. Now, how did you happen to meet your husband?
Chillicothe Business College.
Chillicothe Business College, Chillicothe, Missouri.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I won a scholarship there, and he did too.
Really? And how'd you do that?
Well, they come around to giving scholarships, and you take tests, and if you made the test, why, you got a scholarship.
Oh.
Every school got a scholarship.
Okay, and how old were you when this happened? About 18 or something like
Yeah.
that? You were 18? So that'd be about 20, 30, about 1938, wouldn't it? Something like
Yeah,
that.
sounds like it.
Yeah, about 1938. So you got a scholarship to go to Chillicothe Business College.
Yeah.
And
I went and worked at Neutrina Mills.
in Chillicothe.
Yeah, Neutrina Mills.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that wasn't in Chillicothe. I went to Chillicothe Business College. Neutrina Mills wasn't in Chillicothe.
Right. I understand. So, so your husband was going to the business college, and you were going to the business college, and that's how you met and got together, and you got married in Chillicothe, I guess.
Yes.
And that was, what year was that? Do you remember?
No.
No?
No. I don't remember at all.
So did you stay in Chillicothe? Is that what you did, or did you move?
We lived in Paola.
Yeah, I know that. Did you move from Chillicothe to Paola? Is that what happened?
He was a railway mail clerk.
Oh, okay. So how did he find this job with the railroads? What I want to know.
Took test.
Oh, he did. And which railroad was it? Do you recall?
He went from Kansas City to Dallas and Fort Worth.
Well, but was it the Santa Fe, or was it the Missouri Pacific, or what railroad was it? Do you recall?
No, I don't know. I don't remember. I guess I knew then, but I don't know now.
Kansas City Southern, maybe?
He went to from Kansas City to Dallas and Fort Worth.
Uh-huh.
It was mail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mail, delivered mail.
Huh?
Delivered mail.
Yeah, they picked it off of the trains. They picked it up and be hanging on little hooks so as the train went around, and they'd have to go out and grab it.
My wife is from a railroad family, so I'm really familiar with this story. That's what he did. My wife's grandfather, I guess it was.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Was a railway mail clerk.
well, he did more than that. He was also a telegraph clerk, and he worked all his life for the Santa Fe Railroad. And when he retired, him and his wife could travel all over the nation free of charge.
Yeah.
So you could too, I'll bet, because he was a rail clerk.
No, we couldn't.
Oh, how come he wouldn't let you do that?
Well, he worked for Uncle Sam. He was a,
Oh, I see. He was a mail clerk for Uncle Sam, but he did it on the rail car.
yeah.
Oh, now I get the picture. All right. So he really didn't work for the railroad. He worked for the government.
Yeah, the railroad just carried
The Postal
Yeah.
Service, yeah.
the government around.
Yeah.
The mail around, I mean.
Yeah, I understand that. But he worked out of Paola, and the rail line that goes through here is the Missouri Pacific, isn't it? Or, well, it used to be.
No, we didn't work out of here.
Oh, you didn't? Well, where'd you work out of?
Judge Sonia?
Oh, as a rail clerk?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, I see. So he was going through Little Rock down to Dallas, Fort Worth. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, this is making more sense. We'll get to the bottom of this mystery. You betcha. And he did that all his life, or?
Yeah.
He did?
You
Yeah.
farmed also.
Yeah.
He farmed.
You farmed out here, didn't you? You lived on a farm.
We lived on a farm, but he didn't farm. He was a railway mail clerk.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He
So,
just liked to live on a farm to be so he could go out behind the trees to go to the bathroom.
There you go.
That's what he always said.
oh, that's pretty good. Well, I like a little open space too. So what? I'm trying to think this over a little bit. You met and got married in Chillicothe, Missouri. He took a bunch of tests and he got a job with the post office, actually, but on
Railway mail.
on the railway mail system. And he did that most of his life. So how?
Farm. Most of our life you lived on that farm out there by the Phillips tanks.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, on Harmony Road.
Yeah,
That's where you raised JD and Kathy out there.
yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. You didn't tell me this. You got kids?
yeah. Got the boy.
You have one boy, Mike,
Yeah,
and you raised Mike's kids, Kathy and JD.
yeah.
JD, what would his name be?
JD Jasper.
JD
Yeah,
Jasper. Okay, so now let's do this again. Your son's name was what?
Mike.
Mike Jasper, is that right?
Yeah.
He's a Vietnam veteran, right?
What is it?
He's a veteran, Vietnam veteran. Mike, is he a Vietnam veteran?
No,
No? Okay.
He didn't go to war in Vietnam?
no,
Oh, he didn't.
I thought he did.
Oh, okay.
no.
And your daughter's name. Let's talk about your daughter for a second. What's her name?
I don't know.
Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy, but I was trying to think of her. That's just a name. Catherine something.
Oh, you don't know what her married name is now, is what you're trying to say.
No, but her name was Catherine, but we called her Kathy.
Kathy, yeah. And where is this the one that's overseas? Or?
Right. She lives in Israel, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, really? Oh, those Jewish names are hard to say anyway. Don't happen to know what it is, though, do we?
It's in our book. Yeah, we can find
Oh,
it.
it'd be nice to know that before we're
don't know
done.
what.
Catherine's last married
Well,
name.
tell him that story on how you went and got JD when he was little. You told me before how you got the call and you had to go to the airport and get him or something.
You got me there because I cannot remember.
Oh, that's what you told me before.
Yeah,
You got him when he was like 3, didn't you?
yeah. I know he was a little boy.
This is Jasper or
Yeah.
JD? Jasper?
JD is her grandson, but she raised as a son.
Oh, I see.
And Kathy is a granddaughter that she raised as a daughter. Both are Mike's kids.
Yeah.
Oh, both are Mike's kids.
She had 1 kid and then 2 grandkids, and she raised the grandkids on
Yeah.
the farm.
Oh, and the one kid she had was
Married and moved to Israel.
that was Catherine.
Right. I can see that.
Oh, now we're starting to solve this mystery, aren't we?
She's telling me things that I
Yes,
forgot.
just awesome.
Kathy's last name now is Hassan, Hasson.
Do you have any idea what part of Israel she's in?
Yeah, if I can say it, it says Hakal, Hakkalanita, Zircon, Yaakov, Israel.
What's she doing over there?
I think, if my story's right, I don't remember, but if it's right, I thought she married somebody in a jewelry business.
She what?
Married somebody that had a business, jewelry business.
Yeah, that's right. She had a jewelry business. And she lives where?
Israel.
Yeah. You're bringing it back to my mind as you
Yeah.
speak of it.
Yep. And JD is a doctor that teaches, and he's in Ohio, Sylvania, Ohio.
Sylvania, yeah.
And you were, can you tell him anything about being a 4-H leader?
Well, I just was a 4-H leader is about all I can say. We had a club, and
What was your club? Is it progressive?
I don't know.
It's okay.
It wasn't progressive, but I can't think right now.
We're making a little film so Kathy can see what you look like and see how you're doing, since she can't get home from so far away.
Where is she?
Israel.
Yeah, but where in Israel?
Oh,
I don't know, it's way far away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
And JD comes a couple times a year when he gets out of school, and he has some nice kids and a nice wife.
Yeah,
how many kids does he have?
2.
2. Oh,
I think
okay.
it's 2.
Did Kathy have any more kids that you know of, or?
I only talked to her a few times on the computer. That's all I've talked to her.
Oh,
Yeah. She has a little boy.
Oh, does she?
As best I can remember. Boy, you're getting me all mixed up here.
I know, a lot of pressure, huh?
Yeah, this Hollywood stuff is awful.
Yeah.
She has a little boy, I think it is.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. So you've got at least 2 or 3 grandkids that you know of.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe more that you don't know.
that could happen, couldn't it?
So your JD is, how old would he be at this
He's
point?
the same age as me because we went to school together. 43.
43 now. See, I would have said 29. There you go.
Yeah. He's trying to.
Okay, so, and he's in which town in
Ohio, Sylvania. He
Sylvania.
teaches at a college. I don't know what college. Do you know what college?
No,
No.
No.
I did, but I can't remember it.
What is he? I'm sorry.
I don't know. He teaches, from what you told me, he teaches doctors how to teach. It's something like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
Doctors. Like
He's
physicians, doctors, or really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
wow.
That's pretty good.
smart. Alma did a good job, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They think they were just doing a good job for themselves. They studied hard.
Yeah.
He was a good little boy.
Yes, he was.
That's wonderful.
Tell
Ohio.
him about anything on the farm. You like cats a lot. Was cats and dogs your favorite? Do you have some favorite animals you can remember?
A dog, Pijo.
What was it?
Pijo.
Pijo.
Yeah, Pijo.
Now, why'd you call him that?
Huh?
Why did you name him Pijo?
My daddy did. I don't know why.
Oh, your daddy did. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
back on your home farm.
Yeah, he named him Pijo because he brought him to us, and I don't know why.
Do you remember what your daddy's name was?
Bill Steins?
Bill Steins, and your mama's name was
Louise?
Louise. Very good.
William E. Stein.
And they were pretty much farmers most of their life back in Arkansas?
All of their lives.
All their lives.
Oh, you've told me about picking cotton too before. You used to pick a lot of cotton. You
Yeah,
told
but
me.
that's
why.
farming.
Yeah, that's why your back's all hurting a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. I picked cotton, picked strawberries, dug strawberries. We dug strawberries in the spring for money. We picked strawberries for spring, and we picked cotton for money in the fall.
Do you remember the Great Depression?
Yes, I do.
Was you well, since you lived on the farm, you probably weren't very poor, was you? I bet you always had something to eat. And
I remember the Depression and talk. There was a talk about it, and we had to be very careful and do without things.
right, so you could make it through.
Yeah, so you gotta make it through. Yeah.
Right, I understand that. Do you remember when the World War II started?
No, I can't.
You can. Well, that's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing. So you really you didn't get involved with that war thing at all, hardly?
No.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I was trying to think who was in World War II. It's somebody I knew, but I can't think who it was.
Yeah.
An uncle.
Oh, you did? You had, how many uncles did you have? Do you recall?
Uncle Walter and Uncle Carl and Uncle Fritz and Uncle John. I don't know.
Had a bunch of them.
There was 14 in my daddy's family.
14.
Children. There was girls in there too.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, there was girls and boys.
Yeah. My grandpa had 7 kids, I think. That was pretty popular back
Yeah.
in the early
Lots of
teens.
help.
Yeah, well, they were still trying to settle the nation, but now we got too many, God, and they're coming out of the woodwork.
They wasn't raised in Arkansas, but Daddy, I don't know how come my daddy to come to Arkansas, but he came to farm there.
Uh-huh.
He didn't have no education much.
What do you recall in your lifetime? I mean, what is the most outstanding thing that you recall? Was there an experience you had in your life that you'll never forget? Maybe a life-threatening experience, or maybe a joyful experience, or?
Well, let me see. My life was just common, like, nothing really exciting. We would go on trips in the summertime. We'd go to Kansas and Oklahoma out of Arkansas.
Would you? Where would you go in Kansas?
To Anthony.
Anthony, Kansas. Had relatives up there, I'll bet.
A brother and a sister.
You had a brother and a sister up there.
He did.
Oh, he did. I see. Yeah. In Anthony, Kansas. And where else?
Well,
That's wonderful. I've never heard of these places, but I'm not much of an Arkansas person.
Well, let's see. I don't know if that was close to Judsonia
Judsonia.
or Searcy.
Searcy, I've heard of. I know
Well,
about
that
that.
was the county seat.
Yeah, that's why I've heard of it, probably. Yeah.
That
Bigger city.
It was a bigger town.
Yeah. Town, not a city.
Yeah, it
I
was
understood
not
that
much
correction.
of
Okay.
Searcy was where we paid our taxes and all of that.
Uh-huh.
Judsonia was just our post office.
Did you have a lot of cattle, or did you raise crops out there on the farm, or how'd you?
Yeah, we picked cotton and we raised strawberries, and we dug strawberry plants and shipped them. We dug and picked strawberries and shipped them, picked them, crates of them, 40 or 50 crates a day, and put them on the truck and taking them to the city. And let me see, we had cotton. Picked cotton in the fall and strawberries. He dug strawberry plants to sell. And he raised potatoes and sold it, peddled them in the fall, in the winter. We always had a little money coming in.
Well, good farmers always do. They kind of space it out to where they can do that. Let me think here. So.
But then when I got married, my Johnny was a railway mail clerk.
Yeah.
Where'd you get married at?
Chillicothe.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You guys had a good long marriage. He lived here with you for a little bit. He only passed away not too awful long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would have a nice home, nice time.
let me ask you some questions here that might be interesting to your children. If you had anything to say to them about how they should live, or if you have any advice about what you've learned in life, what would that be? Any idea? Any wise words to the wisdom, in other words?
Any wise words?
Yeah, if you only had just a few minutes to tell them something real important about what would help them live their life, what would that be?
To go to church.
Go to church. Boy, I've heard this a lot.
Yep.
And what else?
Go to church and pay your taxes.
There you go. I think I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Go to church and pay your taxes. Now, why are those two things so important? What do you think?
Well, go to church is to be with God, have God, and to pay your taxes is to keep the damn farm.
Keep the damn farm. And give to God what belongs to God. I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, we raised cotton and strawberries. We dug strawberries plants early in the spring and sold them, and then we picked strawberries, and then we picked cotton. That was out on the farm. Johnny, when I got married, he was a railway mail clerk.
Yeah. He was doing pretty good. He made a little money at that mail clerk business, didn't he?
Well, we had enough to buy a few bottles of beer. And
You didn't drink beer, did you? Oh, my.
I didn't.
Uh-oh.
No, I didn't. And he drank a little, but not much. He wasn't much on it.
Well, that's wonderful. That's probably what's kept you in good health all these years.
I guess so.
Yeah.
He drank bottles of beer when we go somewhere where they was.
Don't you like to dance?
Yeah, we went to dances. Yeah,
Yep.
What kind of dance?
on the Saturday waltzes and two steps. And one
Well, that sounds like you had a wonderful life. Yeah.
Yes, my folks.
Collected some really nice antiques, didn't you? You like to collect antique furniture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, my folks made a good living, and we had a good. And Johnny always. We never wanted for. Well, we might have wanted for a few things.
Well, who doesn't? You know, we always want something that we can't have.
You know, like a new car every other year and things like that. Johnny was a railway mail clerk.
If you could say something to your daughter over in Israel, if you could talk to her, and you're going to be able to say something to her. All you have to do is look into either one of these cameras and act like it's her, and just tell her what you want to tell her, and she'll see this probably in another week or two. And your son too. So the way the movie stars do this, if you want to listen up.
This is what now?
Well, we're doing it. We're making a movie of what we're talking about, and what's going to happen is that I'm going to go home and process this, and I'm going to put it on something called the internet.
Yeah.
And the internet is just like using a telephone, only it's for TV.
I understand that.
Yeah. So what I'm telling you is, you could look into this camera, and you could act like you're talking to your son and your daughter. And if you look into the camera, when they see you, it'll look like you're looking right straight at them. And you can tell them whatever you want. You can say, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, or I hope all is well, or I love you, or whatever you want to say.
I'd like to see you.
There you are. That's exactly right. Yeah. Maybe even spend a little time with you, huh? Something like that.
Yeah. I would like for them to come. I'd like to go see them.
There you
But
are.
I can't.
Oh, you can't. How come?
Well, Johnny isn't with me. You know, Johnny's gone.
Yeah. He's gone. Yeah.
You know, so I'm here. I'm tied down here.
You're tied down here. Well,
That's where he left me. He said they'd take care of me.
there you go. There you go. Do you have anything you'd like to say to your son and his family?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it, but I could tell them I'd like to see them. Wish they'd come and visit me sometime.
There you are. And your daughter, what would you like to tell her?
I'd like to see her too.
Oh, yeah, that's a long ways for her. Gee whiz, that's halfway around the world.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen her. She's gotten old since I seen her.
She's got old. How old is she? When was she born? Do you recall? How old were you when you had her?
That's what I'm trying to think. I don't know. And
Was
I'm
it-
not going to answer that question because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I can't, my mind is really not what it should be anymore. I
Well,
keep forgetting things.
if you were 20 years old and you're 89 now, that'd make her 69, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
69.
She's your granddaughter, not your daughter.
Uh-oh. Well, then how old would she be, I wonder?
A little bit older than JD, and JD's 43, so she.
Oh,
may be
she's in her
somewhere-
50s.
Yeah, somewhere between 40 and 50.
Well, she's just a young thing.
Yeah.
Got a long time
You tell her
ahead
she's that old, you're gonna have to mail her some wrinkle cream.
Could be.
She mails you nice Christmas packages. You tell her you miss her. You're gonna tell her something in the camera.
What is it?
Are you gonna tell her something in the camera that you miss them?
Oh, am I going to tell them something in the camera that I miss them?
Do you miss them a lot?
Well, I wish that they could come and
Ask you
visit.
some questions here that might be interesting to your children. If you had anything to say to them about how they should live, or if you have any advice about what you've learned in life, what would that be? Any idea? Any wise words to the wisdom? In other words,
Any wise words?
yeah. If you only had just a few minutes to tell them something real important about what would help them live their life, what would that be?
To go to church.
Go to church. Boy, I've heard this a lot.
Yeah.
And what
Go
else?
to church and pay your taxes.
There you go. I think I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Go to church and pay your taxes. Now, why are those two things so important? What do you think?
Well, go to church is to be with God, have God, and to pay your taxes is to keep the damn farm.
Keep the damn farm.